Hi everybody, I am Anjindra. This is Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars. We decided to give it a try. It got a couple really good recommendations in the forums, so let's check it out. It looks like a pretty awesome adventure game.
City of love, romance, and dreams. So they say. I used to say it too. But
You
ever
did.
since that day.
What day?
Day of the murder.
The day of the
I've
murder?
always associated my beloved Paris with death.
Don't do that. My heart is bleeding for her. Ooh, it's a rocking gargoyle. This is cool. It's already in a more like comic book style. If you've watched anything on the channel, you know that I really I feel like comic books take storyline and character development seriously, so I very much prefer it to the cartoon style of reboots and whatnot. Facial expressions, they really got into it. You know, back in the day, we used to have to watch the credits at the end. They were our reward for winning games. I sat all the way through Bonk's Adventures credits. I was proud of myself. They even named the monsters for you. So this is definitely a much more French pastoral type color scheme.
I was at home having a bath when my editor called.
Collard, get your ass over to the Palais Royal now. You got an interview. With Pierre Carchon. Yes, the Pierre Carchon. No photos, so leave your gear at home. He asked for you personally. Don't ask me why. Anyhow, this could be big, so if he makes a pass, don't forget. Just smile, say yes, and keep taking notes.
So charming and so very apt. Pierre Carchon was a media king, a national hero, and one of the most infamous adulterers in Europe. He and his wife Imelda were just one step down from royalty. Whoa, I hate mimes, but unless you humor them, they don't go away. Here I was, the palace of the Media King and the Ice Queen. I pressed the doorbell and set in motion a chain of events which would change my life forever. Yes? What is it?
That's the
Madame,
happiest
my
person
name is
ever.
Nicolas. I'm here to see Monsieur Carchon.
Come up, we're on the first floor.
Madame Carchon, it's a pleasure to meet you.
What's up, Nicolas?
Yes, I'm sure.
The Ice Queen was certainly living up to her reputation.
She's free? No?
Will you be staying for the interview?
Mademoiselle, I know little of my husband's business affairs, and I care even less. I certainly have no intention of watching him pore over yet another pretty little journalist.
Pretty? You're too kind, madame.
Whoa. Hopefully that's not her.
The talented and very beautiful Mademoiselle
Oh, this is gonna be a good time.
Such a pleasure to meet you at last.
Monsieur Carchon, I am honored.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
Call me Pierre, please.
Oh.
But I do not flatter you idly. I was a friend of your father. He was a great man.
My father, he never mentioned.
He and I were very close. And then his death. So tragic. I must... Imelda, your damned cat's in my study again. Another Ming vase, I suppose.
Oh no. Some more
Excuse me for one
pottery
moment,
shards.
dear girl.
I have an amuse-bouche.
You journalists are
I'd never
getting
make it
younger
with
each
him.
year.
Perhaps it's the rest of the world getting older, madame. That was no cat. God, what? Monsieur Carchon!
Well, I was gonna say, just walk up to the mime, why don't you? I'm sure he's friendly.
He's dead. I must call the police. You'd better stay here. There was a man. It was the mime. Do you think he...
Well, I believe we can rule out suicide, don't you?
No wonder they called her the Ice Queen. She would have been top of my list of suspects. if I hadn't seen the attacker myself.
The
And
haterade.
if I hadn't come across a couple of murders just like this already. One of the most important men in Europe murdered. And here was I, Nico Coulard, alone at the scene of the crime.
You could be less
Should I wait
excited.
for the cops? Or start my own investigation?
Ooh.
It was a no-brainer.
Messing with the law, woman. Palais Royal, Pierre Carchon interview. Relaxing in a bath. Oh, yeah, we already did that. Let's get to the bottom of the story. This is a break I've waited for. Etc., etc. What's this?
The bookcase was filled with obscure first editions.
Huh. I don't assume that they're for show, but...
A bust of Pierre Carchon, humble servant of La France.
So he, like, died under his own watch. That's unfortunate.
A small round piece of glass had been cut out of the pane. This was a professional job.
Better they had a glass cutter. Just saying. I don't like the protag. It's gonna
The
be an
killer
interesting
must
ride.
have used a ladder to reach the window. He was long gone. Guess he folded that ladder up, popped it in his pocket, and took it with him.
Or a grappling hook. Might have been more practical.
It contained rows of titles I didn't recognize.
You wouldn't, sweetheart. I'm just gonna hate on her through the whole thing. We're just going for it.
Mimes and guns don't usually go together, but I had an idea that this was no ordinary mime.
Just mad
I'd
because
come
he
across
punched
this
you.
murderer before, and written about him. The costume killer, at least that's what I called him.
At least it won't be a fluff piece,
Some
honey.
people hate searching corpses for clues. Me, I'm okay with it. Reminds me of an old boyfriend.
Wow.
In his pocket, I found a ticket stamped Bateau de la Conciergerie. Taking the ticket meant I tampered with the evidence. There was no going back now.
That happened as soon as you touched his jacket there,
I
Pop-Tart.
closed his eyes. It was the least I could do for the poor fellow.
Then it covers your tracks. I mean, like, you're kind of technically supposed to close a corpse's eyes.
Carchon had been shot.
Yeah, I'm, like, not even... I mean, technically my degree covers investigative journalism, but not even an investigative journalist.
It was
I caught
one
that.
of my hair clips. My favorite, in fact. It must have fallen when I was knocked down.
Alright, so we got stuff. Do I have, like, anything like a magnifying glass? I've got a ticket. So you're not bold enough to pick out the bullet.
No.
Just saying. I guess that has to go to forensics anyways. Why would you take evidence? I'm so lost.
The police could turn up at any minute.
Yeah,
Somewhere there were
chica.
clues to the murder, and I needed to find them.
Holy crow, like bold.
A Louis XIV table with an antique cloth. The murder had taste. But hey, with a husband that rich, taste is easy. I reckoned that cloth might just turn out to be useful.
Yeah, you could, for instance, wipe your fingerprints off of the body.
Even my fingernail wouldn't fit into such a small hole.
Let's see what's down the rabbit hole and then we'll call it a day.
Aha! Nico, you are just so damn good at this stuff. Instead of comforting Imelda, I was ransacking her flat. Why? Because there was something going on here, and I had to get answers before the cops arrived. And hey, she'd been rude to me, so she had it coming.
There's gonna be a lot of self-justification in this. I already heart this, like I am loving to hate this. So this is Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. I'm Anjindra. If you didn't love it for any reason, take a look around the channel. You'll find something you adore. We do everything. If you did, drop us a like and subscribe either way. But we're gonna go in for another one. So I'm excited. Thank you for coming along for the ride. And as always, much love. Tune back in.